The Hunter Pro C is a full-featured irrigation controller that manages the watering cycles of your sprinkler system. Contractors choose the Pro C for its reliability, ease of programming, and unique modular design that lets you add station modules if you decide to make landscaping additions and expand your irrigation system in the future. Also called a clock or timer, the controller is the brain of an automatic sprinkler system. Using low-voltage electrical signals, it controls the opening and closing of the valves in the system, turning on and off the flow of water to the sprinklers. The Pro C has basic programming instructions inside the door. In addition, a complete owner's manual is provided with detailed instructions on the controller's operation. For fully automatic watering, the Pro C dial should always be left in the run position. When the controller is not operating a watering cycle, the current time and day are displayed. You can tell when automatic watering is taking place because you'll see a sprinkler icon flashing in the display. To temporarily suspend watering, simply turn the dial to System Off. To manually operate a complete cycle of all programmed stations, turn the dial to Manual, All Stations. Use the Program button to select program A, B, or C. Then turn the dial clockwise, back to the Run position. Your complete watering program will water and then return to automatic mode. An easy way to activate all stations without using the dial is to simply hold down the right arrow for 2 seconds. After a 2-second pause, the program will begin. Each station will run for its programmed amount of time. Another shortcut that can be helpful in testing your system is to run a test program, activating all stations for a set number of minutes. To do this, press the Program button for 2 seconds. Station runtime will flash in the display. Use the plus or minus button to select the amount of runtime from 1 to 15 minutes. After a 2-second pause, the test program will run each station for the set runtime. To manually operate any single station in the system, turn the dial to Manual, Single Station. The station number and programmed runtime will flash in the display. Use the right arrow to advance to the desired station. Press plus or minus to select the amount of manual watering time. Turn the dial clockwise to Run to activate that station for your specified time. The Pro C controller has a seasonal adjustment feature that allows you to adjust all programmed station watering times from 10 to 150% of the original programmed time in 10% increments. This saves you from having to reprogram watering times when the weather changes. Station run times are automatically recalculated and displayed. If you should need to set the time or make a change to the time due to daylight savings, turn the dial to Set Current Date Time. The Pro C controller keeps track of both the current date and time, so the first thing you'll see flashing is the current year. During programming, flashing numbers are active and can be changed using the plus or minus button. To change the year, use the plus or minus button, then press the right arrow to advance to the month. Change the month in the same manner, using plus or minus. Press the right arrow to go to the current day. The day can also be changed using the plus or minus button. Pressing the right arrow again takes you to the current time. You'll notice that there is flashing text next to the time. Use plus or minus to choose AM, PM, or 24-hour. Press the right arrow to move to the hour. Use plus or minus to change the hour. If you want to change the minutes, press the right arrow and make that change. When you have completed setting the time, you can either dial back to the run position or continue programming additional information into the controller. To change the time that the system begins to water, turn the dial to Set Watering Start Times. Use plus or minus to change the time the sprinklers begin watering. Note that the start time changes in 15-minute increments. There can be up to 4 start times per program. Each watering start time that you enter into the controller will result in one complete watering of all zones that have programmed station run times. Therefore, to water a yard one time for all areas, you'll need to enter only one start time. To delete any programmed start time, locate the start time you wish to delete. Use plus or minus to set the start time to off, which is located between 11:45 p.m. and midnight. To adjust the watering duration for any specific area, turn the dial to Set Station Run Times. Press the right arrow until you see the number of the station you would like to adjust. Use the plus or minus button to increase or decrease that station's runtime. A station can run for as little as 1 minute all the way up to 6 hours. After run times have been set up properly, there is usually little reason to go back in and change them. To change the days that the system waters in order to comply with local water restrictions, mowing days, or other maintenance, turn the dial to Set Days to Water. Note that there is a flashing water drop above Monday. Press plus to activate watering or minus to cancel watering on that day. After selecting plus or minus, the water drop automatically advances to the next day. Choose plus or minus to set the watering schedule for the rest of the week. The Pro-C controller can be equipped with a rain sensor that will keep your sprinklers from watering during a rainstorm and afterwards while your landscape is drying out. If you don't have a rain sensor, you can turn off your controller for up to 7 days by using the programmable Rain Off feature. Turn the dial to System Off. Press the plus button and a number 1 will appear with the words Days Left below it. Press plus until you reach the number of days that you'd like your sprinklers to remain off. Turn the dial back to Run and the number of days will show in the display until the specified time has passed. When it returns to 0, the display will show the normal time of day and your sprinklers will start watering again at the next scheduled start time. The Pro-C controller comes with non-volatile memory that retains all program information in the event of a power outage. In addition, the circuitry is designed to accurately keep track of the time of day for up to 4 weeks after power has been removed from the controller, either by the user or in the event of a power outage. The 9-volt alkaline battery allows you to remove the front panel from the controller to program away from the cabinet location. The Pro-C controller offers several advanced features for controlling up to 3 independent programs, selecting odd or even day watering, selecting interval watering, setting pump operation, and for setting event days off. For detailed information on programming the Pro-C with these features, refer to the door instructions and the owner's manual. The Pro-C controller is the controller of choice for keeping your sprinklers running like clockwork. Consult the Pro-C's helpful owner's manual for more information on the controller.